How's it going, everybody? Happy Saturday? Saturday. Yeah, today's Saturday. And happy Easter, everybody. It's the Easter long weekend and we're out here building kits. Well, sort of. This was a kit actually at one point, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Welcome everybody. How's it going? Trackside Mike and Ronald and Mark from M&M Rails, Nelson, and who else is here? And Scale Dystopia. And who was the first one? Who got... Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Who got... Todd. Todd got the Timbits today. Holy cow, I'm so excited to see the live with Chris tonight. Howdy, boys. Brian Ferguson. How's it going? And Trains by Perry. And Floyd. Floyd Robbins. How's it going? Happy belated birthday, by the way. And yeah. I'm sure more people will show up. Oh, like Anthony. How's it going, Anthony? And yeah, they'll obviously get the message that we are live, and they'll come and hang out with us. So welcome. It's the kit build Saturdays. Show up every Saturday, work on a kit. In most cases, it's a kit like this, but I have a little bit to do on this probably tonight. Got to do the touch-ups here at the bottom. Yeah, I got bored on last Sunday when I was working. So I ended up adding the top part and these while I was supposed to be working. Don't tell my boss. Anyways, so it's looking pretty good. I'm feeling good about this. But there was a couple other things that I wanted to work on besides this. But I will touch on that a little bit tonight, just because I didn't want to completely forget about it. This is a retaining wall. This yeah, it holds back dirt and whatnot. As I mean, it's plastic, but it's supposed to represent what would be technically a retaining wall. And this is for my yard section. To see more about that, you'll have to watch my layout update video that will be airing tomorrow morning, bright and early. So that's my Easter gift to all of you. I know it's not chocolate, but it's still something pretty sweet. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing some painting on this tonight. If it does dry, I'm going to do some graffiti on it, which would be pretty cool too, because it's supposed to be for Toronto, and there's a lot of graffiti in Toronto. But I don't want to do this thing alone. Ravenhawk, how's it going? I've got a person that is here with me that is going to hang out. And I would like to add them to the stage. Will it let me add them to the stage? They will need to connect their mic or cam before I can add them to the stream. I think we're having some technical difficulties. I'll keep talking, but I'm sure they can hear me, hopefully. No? Yes? No? He's in the basement. I can see in the basement, but oh, there we go. That was probably my fault. Probably. I can see you now. Denny, how's it going?
Good. How's it going?
Good, good. I have to turn up my mic a little bit so I can hear you. There we go. Or my headphone thing. What are you working on today?
I am working on my new station building, which is coming along here.
Looks good. Now, you had started that Thursday night, right?
I did. I started working on the roof panels or the new roofs. These guys, which will be sitting on the top of the regular building.
Right on. Well, it looks good. Looks good. So, are you like at the stage right now where you're painting, or are you still building?
No, I'm I'm still putting it together. Interestingly, you're repeating yourself every 30 seconds. There's this weird loop going on right now.
Huh. Let me see. Is that better? Probably not. Hmm. Hang on. Okay, let me know if that's any better.
What about now?
Can you can hear me, right?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Is it echoing?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's
Oh,
good
yeah, I
now.
can hear you. Yeah? Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Okay.
What was I working? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so tell me about your project there, your Union Station build.
Okay. This is just the basic Wathers Union Station kit, literally just called Union Station. And I mentioned on the stream on Thursday that originally I had these grand ideas that I was going to build a great big station based on Union Station. And that turned out to be really a lot of work. And actual Union Station itself is enormous. I think I worked it out that it's about 6 times longer than this building if I was to do it to scale. And so I cut my losses and I am working now just on the regular station kit, but I am changing it. I'm adding a bit of a different roof detail to it. I started working on this sort of cottage style roof, which is more like the prototype that'll sit in the middle. And I've got 2 little side roofs. And so I cut down part of it and I switched a couple things around. And so tonight I'm using the pieces that came with it and I need to sort of kit bash it so that the roof will fit onto it. I've got the original roof, which I'm getting rid of, and I've got a new roof that'll pop on to the top. But you can probably see that I glued it without the base. And so now it's like it needs to be re-racked. So it goes square again, which is fine. So I need to get the roof on so I can get it racked and all tightened up before I do anything like painting and such.
Are you creating your own base for it?
No. Hang on. I will show you what I did. Well, I'm sort of creating my own base for it. So let me see. Go back here. So on the upper city area, I made these panels that sit between the roads so that I could bring the panels over to the workbench and work on buildings and add scenery and stuff and pick them up almost like little dioramas and put them back on the workbench. And so this is actually, I don't know if you can see, but that is the base of the kit. And I've glued it on to my base, the sort of sidewalky area, and I've just given it a quick coat of primer, so I need to do a little bit of painting on it. But let me see. What'll happen is when I have all the paint on it, I blend it into the original. Hopefully it'll look like a big sort of concrete pad, and then my building will mount on it. So you can imagine then that I've got this all set up, and this will sort of fit in like a module back on the layout itself. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I was always accustomed to gluing the four walls to the base first. So that's that's a really cool concept to just make a whole platform for it.
Yeah, it's not necessarily working in my favor because, as I said, it's all racked out of shape now. So I have to get the roof onto it, so that I can get it squared up before I go any further.
I'm sure it'll turn out great though. The roof that you're putting on there, are you doing the
Mhm.
what is it normally? It's like brass, but then it the weather to it turns it like green. What is that called again?
The it would be a copper roof, and it would get the patina, and it would turn
Yeah.
green with that patina. Yeah,
Yeah. The oxidized, right? Like it
yeah,
oxidizes.
exactly.
That's cool. I've actually managed to make a bunch of scenery like this one here that's all in a almost like a modular form
Mm.
for the entire back section of my layout because it's like the depth of it is pretty big. Reaching over like 8 tracks to work on it is not ideal.
No, that's the reason that I've put the building onto that platform, is because that part of the layout, pardon, that part of my layout is 4 feet deep and probably about 50 inches high. And so while I can sort of reach things, it's too hard to work on it, and I don't want to. I want to work down here. Um, Television here, music over there, workbench here, and just sort of like go along with it and just make stuff comfortably as opposed to being uncomfortable.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So is this going to be like a relatively big build? I think you mentioned something about you weren't going to worry about the interior because it's far enough away that you can't really see inside.
Yeah, I had these sort of originally when I bought the kit, I sort of overextended my thinking process, and I thought what I'll do is I will do a full detailed interior, which I think is cool. But I've decided that I'm just going to kind of cut my losses to a certain extent and just go ahead with just the standard kit as is and leave it as such.
It was actually a conversation that I had with Mark the other day because I was talking about lighting up buildings and the fact that I don't really light up my buildings, but
Right.
I add the lighting fixtures to them in the event that down the road, you know, it's already all together and it's already wired up for lighting. Is that something that you would consider for doing an interior for this? That you could probably use it in that sense in the future? Or as a
Well, what I'm probably
standalone?
planning on Yeah, what I'm probably going to do is that this does come with window glazing, which is actually quite hard. It's sort of like it's quite stiff. It's like a Ferrero Rocher box, the clear plastic. It's quite stiff.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've done in the past is that I don't know if you know, I think it's called Goof Off or Goo Gone. Um,
Yep.
what you can do is that you can put that on clear plastic and it will cloud it. And so I'll probably cloud all of the windows on this so that you can't really see them. And then, yes, I'm going to put some lights inside. I have some LEDs that flicker. And so I thought about putting a bunch of LEDs in it that are flickering, almost like there's like maybe like an encampment inside, or some ne'er-do-wells are all in there. So there's like flickering low light.
Keeping with the theme, right?
I'm hoping so, yeah. I mean, I've also picked up some really cheap trees from Temu, which I don't know if we're allowed to like or not. And what I'm also hoping to do then is put like autumn trees against the building and vines and such. So make it look like a little closer to like The Last of Us, really.
Yeah. And are you doing it like a standard concrete type of style on the outside?
I have to. So Union Station itself is sort of a creamy, sort of yellow color, and for that, typically I like using craft paint because it suits my budget. But I think this time around, I'm going to go and take a look at some Tamiya paints and pick a color and stick to it. Because when I mix my own colors, I find that I can never, of course, mix it again. So this time I will use some Tamiya and pick a color and just paint the building like that.
Yeah, that's one of those things I always worry about. It's like, okay, I'll make a color, I really like it, but then do I have enough?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever finish that other little building that you were working on last Sunday?
No, it's not quite done. I was thinking about doing it tonight, actually, but I would like to print out some signs for it before I take it much further. It is basically together. I can certainly grab it if you're interested. Give me a second here. I just
always interested.
So I have to, what I'm doing is that I'm adding these strips that support the roof, but I'm putting them in upside down because I trimmed the roof to make it a little bit shorter. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I remember from the HO version of that kit, there's like an inside to the top part. It's like a whole innard piece. Exactly. Is that what holds the roof on, or is it just under the roof? Or sorry, just above the roof?
The roof just sort of pops down and sits on it.
Yeah.
So there's where the other little building is at. I've got it painted, a little bit of weathering. I need to decide, like, it's a fairly plain building all told. So I want to try to add some sign there. I've got a little base that I cut out of wood for it. And then I have to do some weathering and such, but pretty simple, pretty little simple little structure. Then I want to add like some barrels or tires or something around it. So I'm really happy with it. You can see the original sort of color from the Rick's kit. So it's a lot more muted. It just blends into the layout. It's nothing spectacular, and that's sort of where I want it to stay.
The neat thing with those kits, the Rick's, or what do they call, Pike stuff as well?
Yeah, Pike stuff. Yeah,
they're fully customizable. Like you can really deck them out, which is really nice. Like put a door where you want it to be, add an entranceway, exit, stuff like that, a window. They're really good like
exactly. And I had all these notions about what I was going to do, and then I didn't do any of them. I just was like, just build it like it came.
And it doesn't hurt.
So where is this retaining wall going?
So it's right at the back of the layout. There's 3 tracks right in front of it. And this is leading up to a big bridge. So the tracks themselves, just to keep the general public out, you've got a higher retaining wall in that area. And then there's going to be trees and such on top. So it's going to kind of blend in with the backdrop. And it's just supposed to kind of take your eyes away from back there and focus more on the trains themselves. So it's going to be kind of boring, except whatever graffiti I do on the front, which it's been a while, but we'll give it a shot.
Are you going to do that by hand, or do you got decals for it?
I'm going to do it by hand. But most of the graffiti that I find now, when I do graffiti on a car, I always look up the car number and I see if I can replicate what is on the real one, based off of the road number of the car that I have. But when I'm doing something like this, I like to scour the interwebs and look up neat little pictures and whatnot that catch my eye, and stuff that I can basically adapt to this. So that I've done. So I've got a couple of ideas for what I want to do here, but we'll see what happens.
Cool.
I don't think there's enough time in the day to also have a sketchbook where I'm drawing graffiti and learning all that. So I can kind of fake it and make it look like the real thing, but to come up with it on my own is a different, whole different story.
Right. Carry your own black book around.
But yeah, I'm just I'm aging the wall a little bit here. I don't like the flat gray, so I'm just I'm gonna age it a bit, and then definitely gonna use a wash on it.
Is that maybe you mentioned it? Is that a kit, or where did that wall come from?
Oh yeah, the kit itself, you can buy retaining wall kits from Walthers, so it is plastic.
Oh, okay.
And what I did, because this is actually from my old layout, I try to reuse as much as possible. It's
Sure.
free that way. Well, the second time around. And this is actually 2 sections. So you got a smaller retaining wall, which is down here at the bottom, and then a larger retaining wall up top. So I just flipped them around and made it a taller section. And because
Okay.
they're the same size this way, it just looks now like a much taller wall.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's kind of how I did that. It's nothing too special because you get it all in one box, but I think in order to do a wall section like this, you might need like 2 or 3 of those box sets.
Okay.
Because yeah, you only get so many footage of wall in those kits. So. Mind you,
So
I
you've had that
probably
for a
could have
couple
done.
of years then.
Sorry?
You've had that for a few years then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This whole section here was on my last layout. But again, you know, when you cut it to fit your new layout, you know, it works. And I still got a bunch of it left over. So I hope to use some of that as well. And it's a nice filler for those areas. Like this is a total rounded section that goes with the track, right? So
Right.
just fills in that area between the rails and the backdrop that there's not enough room for more track, and there's not enough room for like a building, right? So it's just might as well raise the land and add some trees in there.
All right. I've put so much super glue on my hands here. This is awesome.
Nope.
So yeah, the ridge is now in that the roof can sit on, and so I should be able to. Hopefully, the roof that I cut will just sort of correct it. Oh, come on! Don't be perfect.
Be perfect.
It's so close.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing where it's like, well, is it the roof that's off, or is it the walls that are like not completely square, like it's
Well,
you
it's
gotta like move it to fit it.
it's probably my cut section is perfect. John Train BFGR says, I picked up some N-scale stuff. Hope to have a portable layout for the Empire show in June. Full support from this side of the camera.
Arm Prior, I'm supposed to stop by there, hopefully. I know I usually work Saturday and Sunday, but I know Pine Ridge is going to be setting up their N-scale layout there, and I do want to stop by and meet those guys. So if John Train is there, that'd be cool too.
Okay, it fit. I just had to M&M rails. Denny, we talked about this. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's done. It's true. I just need it to be level. Okay, so it fit in. That's actually pretty decent. Oh, and it just totally opened up this corner. Oh, you jerk. Oh, that was the cost of me forcing it. Time for a sip.
What would you say is the toughest kit that you've ever built? Like the one that really gave you the business?
I hate this kit. And the reason I hate it is it has only mitered wall corners. It doesn't do lap joints.
Yeah.
And so, man, if that miter isn't dead perfect, yeah, it comes apart. And you can see I popped the roof in and that miter came out.
Oh, geez.
But I mean, the bigger point is that I want to make sure that that looks okay. So you can see how that sits on top there like that.
Yeah.
And that is a lot more like Union Station is actually put together.
Yeah, I like
And then
that.
I've
Looks
got
good.
these little guys. They just sit low on the side. So I might need to elevate them a little bit more, but that's not today's problem. Today's problem is just getting it sort of squared up in that corner repaired. You jerk. Okay. Good evening, Steve. All right. Now, why are you lousy? Okay, is it possible that my roof panel... Oh, it's really stuck. Maybe my roof panel's big one way, not another way. I think the panel's a bit too big. Okay. I'm going to solve this with a tool.
Yeah, Steve. Yep. I'm doing a mat. I don't know how long this thing is. It's probably like 3 feet. 3 feet long. It's just a 3 foot long retaining wall. I'm going to say it's 3 feet, even though I have no idea how long it is.
Okay, so the corner has been repaired. Let me get a tool. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let that glue set up, is that once the roof is in place, I'm probably going to go over it with like a bit of tape or paper so that it's got like flashing on the inside, because I'm going to try to detail the roof quite a bit. I've got an ITLA vent kit that I might add. I've also got some of those Wathers vents that are kind of lousy, but they might work okay. But I just want to make this thing fit together. Anthony Warden, Denny, do you use the whole station or are you cutting it in half? Whole station. This is a whole station I'm using this time around. But to make this fit more better, I forget if you call this a block plane or a jack plane. I forget what sort of plane this is. It's a good old number 220B Stanley. And I'm just going to use it to reduce this plate by just enough that it fits a little better. And hopefully it's still set up correctly, but I should be able to just run it along the edge of the styrene and take off.
Will that work on styrene?
Yep. I shouldn't freehand it in the air. I need to put it down. Hang on. I have to do it off the edge of the desk. In fact, I have to do it almost so you can't see me.
Is the wall going near the VIA station? Kind of. It's so when you guys know where my my main yard is, where like if you're looking closer to the left-hand side of the yard, it starts with a overpass, and then you go through a couple of buildings that I've built the ITLA ones and whatnot. And then you get to another bridge, which is not built yet. But just before that bridge is this wall, and that's where this wall starts here. And then it goes all the way, and at the other end of this wall is where the ITLA kit starts. And that's the one that I had kind of just finished. Kind of.
I think he's playing with a plane. True. So like 1 or 2 more swipes.
Hey, Glenn, how's it going? I was gonna say you would know. You know who would know the name of that plane? James. James would know the name of the plane.
James is down with the planes.
Yep.
I doubt he's online tonight. Easter weekend's very important to him, and I think he's quite busy with it.
That's true, yeah.
There. Like a glove.
Yeah, looking good.
So now it's square again.
So now those for the 2 side buildings, is that the original roof for it?
The black ones, yes, that's what came with it, and that was supposed to have a skylight originally. And so I'm hoping, let me see, that these little cap roofs that are meant to look similar to this big one go onto the sides like this.
Okay, so you're just taking the pre-existing and covering it. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
Good evening, Lord Nikon. Let's see here. So hopefully, right? So that is, I think, a little more like Union Station. Nods head. Anyway, this has been a lot of fussing and sanding and resanding and refussing and super gluing my fingers a lot.
I can imagine. That's typical scratch building, right?
Yeah, and you know, I keep harping on about the super thin CA, which I like quite a bit, but man, it runs everywhere. And so I get my fingers stuck together pretty regularly. Like right now, my fingers are actually pretty hard. I'm still not totally sold on these little guys yet. I mean, maybe they'll be okay. I really need to set this up and take a look at it and decide what I think. But yeah, that goes in like that. And then this one over here. For the front of it. And so I'm going to take this away and start gluing all the pillars.
And yes, I'm going to keep doing this until my arm falls off. Don't mind me. It'll be nice once this piece is done here because I'll be able to add some trees. And it's very early on in the layout build to be adding trees, but because it's at the back of the layout and it's not really going to get touched or anything like that beyond it being finished, and I won't disrupt it, and it won't have to be moved or anything. So I can just add the trees, put it back on the layout, and then just kind of forget about it, which is good because it feels like it's one less thing to worry about.
What is your approach? Would you like to finish all of the layout at the same rate all of the time, meaning everything's ballasted and then everything gets, you know, a little bit of ground foam? Or do you like to finish an entire area first?
It depends. Usually when I'm building a layout, my key objective is to get my main line running.
Fair.
And that's simply just so I don't lose interest in the actual goal, which is running trains. So when I have my main line down and there's power, I kind of slow down a little bit. You know, I'll take my time and I'll say, okay, well, you know, maybe I can add a few more tracks here, or what point of interest do I want here? I already go into it kind of with a plan, but seeing how the trains run and whatnot really helps to kind of build where you want to go with everything else. So now I'm kind of at the point where I want to do more scenery, right? Because I can run trains all day long and I have fun with that. I've got enough track on at least half of my layout, but it doesn't stop me from running it on the full layout. So I can take my time, do stuff like this, have a bit more fun with it, and not worry that my track's going to be out of commission for, you know, X amount of time. I hope that made sense.
No, totally.
Okay. Then I'll be like, so what was the question again?
No, you answered it.
Oh, okay.
Train Glen. It does look like Union Station without the skylights. Yes, I agree. I looked at the Union Station drawings for a long time and tried to figure out what made Union Station unique, and it's very similar to a lot of the stations along, let's say, the Via Rail route don't have the great big skylights on the roof. They all have the patina copper roofs on them.
What about that other station that you have? Am I allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, so I have a totally, here, I can pull it in here.
Because that one looks really cool. Like the Union one is really cool, but this one, it seems very modern. And
yeah. So for my West Harbor station, which is out of Hamilton, Ontario, it's a really new station. And I found this kit online, which I don't know how to say any of that, but it's good old 37400. And apparently it comes with LEDs, but it's a fairly long, sort of modern looking kit. And I'm going to leave it the way it is, but I'll probably paint it to match the colors of the West Harbor station a little bit. Because the West Harbor station is nothing spectacular. It's quite modern. It's mostly just some place to stay dry. And so I was fortunate that I actually found this kit online. I've been looking for modern stations, and you and I have talked about how there are probably about 3 station kits in total between the two scales that you can use.
Yeah.
And there's no modern stations.
No. What did you think of that one that I sent you a picture of?
I think those are amazing. You know, for what it's worth, Chris had sent me a picture of a station that is modern. They're very dear. They are pricey, but we were talking about it. And if you consider how much you'd spend for one locomotive, the kits become a little more affordable. But definitely, I think, was it in the neighborhood of $300 for that one station kit you were looking at?
Yeah, it was like I think it was $250, and then that was US, so
right,
whatever the math is.
Right, a lot of, yeah.
But then again, as well, because the I think it's 3 feet long, like with the station platforms. Yes. And I need it to be like 6, 7 feet long, so I'd have to get additional walkways for it, which I did talk to the guy, and I think he sent me a quote. It's probably in my email somewhere. But yeah, I'd be looking in and around the 400 Canadian
Right.
once it's all said and done, and whatever other bills to get tacked onto that.
Right.
But I mean, it's like buying an ITLA kit, right? Yeah, you're gonna spend a little bit more, but like you and I both know that kits like that turn out really, really well, and they're worth the money. Laser wood kits are really, really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, I did my first ITLA kit about a month and so ago, and that was my favorite kit to build. That was very forgiving and quite good. But again, Train Glenn, interesting on finding an old Cabri. Yeah, and it's a brand new kit, but it's certainly an old design.
Are they still active? Like, do they make a lot of kits still?
I don't know. I found it on eBay, I think. Good evening, Split Rock.
Hey, Split Rock. I think ever since eBay started adding tax to everything, I've kind of veered away from it.
Yeah.
It used to be you could go on there, the price you see is the price you pay, basically, and then whatever shipping, right? But Chris, you ever thought about making your layout so you can move? Technically, a lot of the stuff that I'm making, including this section right here that I'm painting, it's all modular. So if I did have to move, I can take this with me, let's say. I can remove a lot of my other buildings as well because they're all on platforms. So that's kind of how I've been dealing with that. As for the physical layout itself, I usually do something that's a little too big to, sometimes elaborate in the sense where I was originally going to do 2 levels. I can't do 2 levels if it's modular and not stuck to the wall. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to do what I want to do if it is modular. I've done it in the past, and I don't know. I just like having a solid layout and not having to worry about needing to take it apart and how it's going to go back together.
Right.
Is the short version of that, I guess. I'm not good at talking today. Okay, well, I'll work on that, I think. Walther's just
Were you
introduced
working
a
today
new
again,
kit.
Chris?
Sorry?
Were you working today?
I did work today, yeah.
Like
I was
working as an income? Yeah.
yeah, I was like up at 6 a.m. That's probably why I'm like half out of it right now. Super tired, but whatever. I'm not doing rocket science, so.
So Train Glens, Walther just introduced a news kit for what they call a modern Amtrak rural station that has a 20-inch platform. Looking for buying Go Transit one. One moment, please. I'm going to look that up.
I know which one he's talking about. It looks good. I just don't like the station part of it. I like the platform. If they sold just the platform by itself, it'd be cool. I don't know if it's just me, but
Oh, interesting. So this is probably going to look lousy, but let's see if I talk about pedestrian.
Do you want me to go full screen?
This doesn't work at all. But
here you go.
To Train Glen's point, let me see here. To Train Glen's point, you're looking at buying that station for a Go Transit one. You know, it does remind me of, like, there's a number of different places that station actually looks appropriate. I mean, definitely it's like a 10th of the size station for Aldershot or something like that, because it is relatively small station buildings. It's more like ticket kiosks than actual stations, but the 20 inches is nice too. That's a great looking station, and it reminds me of something they would have built in like the 80s. Anthony Borden, those custom model railroad buildings are superb. And Keebree Denny is still in production. Oh, okay. I didn't know if they were. I mean, you really don't find them here. I couldn't find a Keebree dealer necessarily. Yeah, I just looked up, David. I just looked up exactly the modern Amtrak rural station, and it came up with Walthers right away. So I'm being sort of ham-fisted about these columns. I'm using plastic weld cement on them, and I'm just sort of gooping it on because it's my intention to go back with the emery board and clean up the edges. I didn't even trim the sprues off.
Yeah. When I tried, because I had tried doing a custom build with one of those, well, technically two of those Union Station kits. It was a really bad experience, and I think part of it was that one of them was already pre-built, and I'm basically trying to take it apart so that I can then at that point widen it, like double everything, basically double the footprint. And it was just challenging to get it even apart. I don't know what kind of glue they used, but yeah, it was. And then trying to cut the cornice on it, because like you said, it's beveled at the edges there. Trying to get that to line up is not fun.
That kit looks similar to the Barrie South Go station. One moment, I'm going to look that up. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous when you try to show it on the phone, but if you take a look at the Barrie South Go station, it's really similar. John Garvin, good eye. David, I'm on their site now looking for it. I ordered the same Union Station you're working on. I was able with exchange and shipping. Ouch, I think it's worth it. Yeah, I got really excited about Outland scale model kits for urban scenery, which aren't highly detailed kits, but they are so incredibly affordable. That, I mean, $12 will get you a high rise. So there's no details on them per se. And that just principally became because I think the Union Station kit, to your point, is, I think I maybe paid about $85 for it. Now, what I've learned about myself is that price really hurts when I buy it. And so all I do is I don't have to work on it for like 4 or 5 months, and then I forget what it's worth, and then I can go at it with complete prejudice.
Split Rock asks if the LRC from Rapido fits my era of modeling. Even if it didn't, I would make it fit. But yeah, I can definitely make it work with what I've got. I was so excited to see or hear that announcement. Yeah. So I do plan on hopefully getting the box set, because box sets are usually pretty cool. And I've been meaning to reach out to you actually because I want to congratulate you on the Split Rock Mining company that you've got Rapido doing as well. I don't know what the whole story is there, but that I thought that was really cool. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, Split Rock has his locomotive being done by Rapido. That's so awesome. It's definitely a nod for sure.
Anthony Borden, I have 2 custom model railroad stations on my layout. I have the Faller station and 2 Walther stations, as well as I model New York Central to Shore Point Northeast Quarter. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's the columns done. Well, oh my goodness, not done. I didn't even bother to trim the sprues on them. So and this is 180. So you definitely get the box set for the LRC. The reason I say that is because so Rapido did the pre-orders for the LRC passenger cars just the past year, like just towards the autumn. And I ordered the full complement, and I've been collecting those LRC cars since I missed them the first time. So the box set is great, but that'd give me way more LRC cars than I need, or can even sort of rack up. That said, the demonstrator box set for N scale with the engine and the 1 passenger car with the orange nose is like a must-have, like for no good reason other than it fits the theme of the layout. I could use it to replace the UP Express.
Yeah.
Check out the
it is a nice set. They did that in HO on the first run, which was really cool. I actually think Mike has it. Trackside
really?
Mike has the demonstrator. I think you might have picked it up like not too long ago. I can't remember how long ago, but I was really hoping that they were going to do the all blue test scheme again, with the big yellow nose. But I guess because they did that on the last run, they wanted to do the other test scheme. Apparently they had multiple test schemes. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, the weird LRC logo was on the other test scheme.
Yeah.
So for anyone watching who's curious, so I smothered these with plastic weld, and oh my God, thank God I put the lid on, with plastic weld, and it was goopy and all over the place, and it set up, and then I've taken some 180 on an emery board and sanded it down, and I just polished it with some 1000, and because it was all goopy, it's basically smeared those seams into solids, and you really can't see the seam now.
Huh. So it fills it in?
Yeah. If you do it well, it's still kind of wet. I mean, I'll make sure the seams are turned to the side. How many station stops do you have on your layout, sir? I have 3 station stops. I have Union Station is, if you think about it as a point-to-point, Union Station is the principal station stop that I have. Hang on here. Union Station is the principal station stop, or the home station. You do one whole loop of the layout, and then you stop at Aldershot Station, and then you do one more loop of the layout, and you arrive at West Harbor Station. And so for me, personally, that represents my whole world right there. So that's the Lakeshore West line. I never go past Union Station, and I never go, and you can only go as far as West Harbor and Hamilton, and I always board the tram in Aldershot. So I tried to model it with the 3 principal stations that I always go to, or principally always use. And West Harbor is nice because it's near the Stewart Yard. which gives me a reason to just keep buying freight for a passenger railroad. All right, let's keep on keeping on with this. Trackside backup. What'd I miss? Mike, can you confirm that you got one of the LRC demonstrator trains the last time they came out?
That silver and orange one.
Yeah, the silver
The
and
the fancy looking one.
because I think I want the same thing. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, Mike needs more LRC cars.
Yeah, I think he has the Loco and one car, right? Like they only did one demonstrator number. You needed a couple.
I had the silver and orange. Yeah, Mikey, I want to get the same car as you. Chris and I had the distinct pleasure of actually visiting Mr. Mike a couple weekends ago when Chris came down and we got to see his club layout that he works on. And it was really great. It's a Class A railroad, triple decker, HO scale. It was a real treat. And I appreciate the hospitality, Mike, of letting us come visit, as well as the everyone else in the club who made us feel super welcome. It was a great time.
Yeah, that was awesome. When you see a layout done like that, it really makes you think about your own layout and what potentials you could have, and where could you change certain things. It's kind of like having a different opinion about how to do certain things without having somebody tell you. It's more like, well, this is how I do it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that made sense, but
yep.
Okay. I'm sure there's somebody in the audience that's like, nope.
No, I don't agree. Well, I think that's why it's so great to go to things like the Homes Tour, the Double Headers Tour. Any of those things, if you can get out and actually see some, go to the club shows. Although, I don't. Right now, I'm struggling with train shows. I don't feel like they're what they used to be.
You would probably have been to more than me. I don't get too many train shows out my way, so, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we've done pretty well in this area.
I was actually talking to Nick from ITLA last night, and he was asking me if I'm coming out to the Waterloo RPM in August. And of course,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I didn't even know that that's where and when it was. So
I didn't. Yeah.
But yeah, there's that. So I don't know. I've never been to one of those, so I think it would be kind of cool to go to something like that.
When is the show? Do you know?
It's the 29th of August. So it's literally the day before the barbecue.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be there.
The RPM or the barbecue?
No, the RPM. The barbecue. The barbecue's happening this year. I'm gonna come to the barbecue for sure.
Nice.
We've got a plan afoot.
Oh, there's a whole plan.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll see what happens.
Oh.
We usually like to set up a little village too. I know Mark normally brings a tent, like one of those, I don't know what you call them, canopy? Yeah, we'll call it a
Oh
canopy.
yeah, like for the beach.
Yeah, yeah. And then I know I have one, and I think Perry said he's getting one. So, I mean, it's going to be like a little village. So even if it is raining, we'll still have lots of shelter as well. So, like a rain or shine type thing. Although we've been pretty good as far like the last several years.
Yep.
It hasn't been too bad.
Trackside Mike was protesting the barbecue area today.
Was it with picket signs and all that?
I don't know if anyone here follows the drama over in Paris, Ontario. There is a very popular train spotting area there. And pre-testing. There is a very popular train spotting area there. And I guess it's CP put up a long chain link fence alongside, hundreds of feet long, to stop people from getting too close to the tracks. Effectively, they stop people from being able to. So, I mean, some people were riding ATVs along trackside and such, and so they set up shop and they put up a fence, hundreds and hundreds of feet long, to stop this from happening. And about in the last 3 or 4 weeks, someone went out there with like a sawzall and cut the entire fence down. Not cut a hole through it, took the entire fence and sawed it off at the ground and left it.
Like by the posts?
By the post. Cut all 40 metal posts.
And no one heard a thing.
Well, I can't decide if like maybe the neighbors were colluding. They're like, yeah, get rid of the damn fence. Right. So they saw nothing, right? Like snitches get stitches sort of thing.
Yeah. And at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if CP put up that fence to keep James out. So
James has been seen prowling at night.
He'll go out there, start filming things, you know?
Yeah, he wears a black hoodie and a black bucket hat and night vision goggles.
He knows all the goings down in the area of Dundas. So if someone puts up a fence, you know he's going to take offense. But I don't think that he's
actually ordered it.
Who ordered it?
I think he ordered the hit on the fence, actually. Don James of Dundas was like, the fence is tonight, the fence goes.
I want this guy and his fence gone.
Right?
Bottom of the East River.
He sat in the difference in his long black Cadillac. Bucket hat pulled down over his eyes.
My precious.
He has one of those hairless cats in his lap that he was petting the entire time.
Mr. Bigglesworth?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he called Mark of M&M Rails.
Uh-oh.
Asked him if his fridge was running and then hung up on him. It's a CN. Okay. It's CN, not CP.
It's a CN line. To be fair, they all look the same until the train goes by. You and Trackside Mike have to take Denny to Amherst. Denny would be a kid in a candy store. Yeah. I was telling him and Brian that they got to go. And I think Brian was saying, this year or next year,
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
It's
We
a
could
lot
run around.
easier if like you guys can switch out in driving or whatever. It doesn't make it as bad. But like for you guys, it'd probably be about 8-9 hours, I think.
Yeah, we were. Yeah,
So like not too bad, but like again, it's good if you guys can like swap out at points, right?
we'll definitely have to take Brian's car. Yeah, that'd be good fun. I need to start saving now for it though, because when all of my Rapido pre-orders come in, it's going to be a grim scene financially.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean like I'm feels like they hit me all at once there with the Go unit and the LRCs, Loco, and cars, and yeah, no rest. No rest for the wallet.
I get the sense that maybe Jeremy complained so much that they finally said, "Okay, you want some N scale stuff? Here it is all at once."
Mm-hmm. And I think they said that there's another N scale announcement this month. Well, at the time they said next month, which is April, so this month.
I wonder
They
if they're
said
going
it's
to
a
do the
big
Go
one
Trans
too.
cab car.
Well, they said that they're going to do it in N scale, but they want to deliver on the logo, like the F-59s and the regular cars first,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But yeah, that'll be nice that you get the proper cab car and whatnot.
Sorry, I had to step away. My sprinklers just came on. Everything is soaked. Is that
You know what?
cold?
Like I have no idea if he's joking. It could be a real thing.
I don't. He's counting the days to summer vacation. Fire. Oh my goodness. The fire, literally the fire sprinklers came on.
I think he's just trying to come up with excuses to not work on the layout.
Well, I remember last summer vacation was going to be the summer of reckoning. It was going to be done by September.
What? That's what Mark said?
Yeah.
Yeah, he also said something about over the Christmas holidays, over the March break. I don't know. I think he just likes talking about holidays. And then when the holiday happens,
he goes out to the layout room and Lily's like, "We're not having any of that."
No. We have a spot in New Jersey called Bloomfield where it train fan delight. All trains go through CP, KC, CN, CSX, NS, NJ, Transit, UP, BNSF. You guys have to hit Jersey or Joyzy, right? Is it the same Joyzy? Yeah. But
I'm down. Let's go. Big road trip.
as long as I don't have to drive. That's even longer than Amherst. Although I wouldn't mind going to Train World. And I believe Train World is in Jersey. Apparently that's all sorts of heaven on earth as well, as far as train stores. There we go. Now that
did Mark have too many candles on his cake? feel like Mark just can't leave us with the sprinklers went off. Sorry, I'm back. Like, and everything's soaked. Like you've lost the house.
Oh, no. I thought Denny made a joke about sprinklers earlier. I was listening from afar. Oh, did you make a sprinkler joke?
Mark's on the next level. I don't think I talked about sprinklers.
Yeah, no.
We're being gaslit in the chat.
No. Mark's birthday is in January, and he hates it when I talk about it. That's why I bring it up every year.
Okay, so those are done. I'm going to set them up for priming. Bear with me. I'll be back in a second.
Oh gosh.
There is a piece of styrofoam.
Sorry, I full on dropped this, but then I undropped it by picking it up.
Okay, we'll get out of this room because this is where people go away forever. Toothpicks. So look, toothpicks in a piece of styrofoam. And then
voila.
Ready for paint.
Moonshine.
That's right. We're going to Springfield, boys.
And you know what?
Do you think
Springfield's really good for like all scales. Like there's even stuff that's just if you're looking for things that are railroad related, but not like, HO scale or N scale, you have tons of luck in that department too. So
how about Lego?
That's always fun. There was a massive Lego display. So yes,
okay.
Technically.
All right. Do you think you can hold the fort for a second while I go give this a quick coat of paint?
Probably not, but I'll try.
All right. Godspeed, man.
So while he's spray painting, I think he's spray painting. Yeah, he said spray. I am using a wash to bring all these wonderful colors together. And yeah. This is just rubbing alcohol and India ink. And it's going to gather in these crevices and make this look really cool. I promise. So if you want to see where this is actually going to go, check out the video that's coming out tomorrow morning. It's a layout update video. It kind of goes over all the changes because I haven't done a layout update video in like three or 4 months. So, I managed to fit a bit into 10 or 11 minutes there, but it basically covers a bunch of the stuff that I've done over that time. So lots to see.
So back in the Blair Witch basement, I do have a room with a window and a vent on it. So I'm able to give these a quick coat of spray paint. So no, those are now adequately primed.
I have to wait for a nice day outside in order to spray. It has to be, you know, temperature-wise, pretty decent, but...
All right. Those are actually really, really smooth.
I like that color.
Yeah, this is just the primer for now. It might be the wrong primer, but I'm using it anyway.
What's that, like a seafoam?
No, this is just gray. This
That-
is just regular.
Oh, really?
It might be an enamel base, and I'm going to probably put acrylic paint on it, but whatever, it'll survive. Let's see. All right, so this can come away. And maybe what I'll do is I'll work on this little guy. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Let me share some exciting purchases.
Ooh. Yeah, that's always fun.
So these are from Temu. And I got these a couple of weeks ago. And, oh, good evening, Canadian Locomotive Logistics. And these trees for the Temu forest, exactly. These were not expensive at all. And it shows. So these were bare trees. And the sizing is a bit nebulous. And so here is that bare tree. Now, for HO, this is fantastic. It is 100 millimeters tall, or for Imperial, almost 4 inches. So 100, that is a 50-foot tree in N scale and a 25-foot tree in HO scale. But the part about it is that there is 2 branches on here that are put on like with sockets. And so they pull right off. And now this becomes like a smaller little tree. So I picked those up. They were, I think, 20 packs for $5. And the way that it's made up is that I think you can roll this in some coarse foam and get a nice looking tree out of it. We'll see.
That small pack that you have there of the light green, I might have something similar to that I had purchased on Amazon or the Zon.
Okay.
I definitely don't need them because they're way too small. So just remind me and I'll hand those off to you.
Oh, perfect. So these little guys, now I want to change the color of them, but these little guys are 40 millimeters tall, which means that they're a 20-foot tree in N scale. And so what I was thinking about doing was taking either this one or this style here and putting them in planters around the station and giving them autumnal colors.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Would you just use like just regular styrene for the planters?
I have some styrene tubing that I would probably slice off into little rings and put those down.
Oh, neat.
But I wonder, I'm going to chew one of these up. Okay, so let's clear a space right here. And so this is way too perfect. I can smell the plastic from here. I can taste the plastic from here. So let's see about editing this a little bit and making it a little less perfect. I mean, these things are amazing. They don't lose any of their flocking at all. So I think nipping out 5 or 6 branches gives it a little more realistic shape. Good evening, Russ Rocking Trains and Stuff.
Hey, Russ, how's it going?
Wonder if I should just give this a try. What do you think? Just try to make it. We've got time.
Yeah, you keep going. You let me know, because I gotta wait for this to kind of dry before I do anything else anyways. So
Okay, I'm just going to do a real sort of cheap job of turning this into a fall tree. Okay, so I've got this tree that I've cut out a bunch of little branches on. I'm going to cut out that one too. Okay, so that's kind of rotten looking. Okay, so there's a rotten little tree. A bit of white glue. Let's put this away. I need some sort of palette. Let's see what I've got. Well, actually, a paper towel will work just fine. And let's grab some super leaves. All right, so what I've got here is I have 2 packages of super leaves. The one is called Sex 6432. That can't be right. Oh, rawhide.
I'm terrible.
I kid you not. It says Sex 6432.
Wait, Mark, cover your ears. Terrible.
And this is rusty orange.
Rusty orange. Nice. So you're generally doing a very fall theme then. So
Yeah.
PKW Model Works, how's it going?
All right, get a brush. Let's see here.
So are you just doing it right over that?
I'm just going for it, yeah. This is just an experiment tonight because everything's drying. I mean, I probably should spray paint this black or something.
Let me go a little bit closer so that they can see here. There you go.
Oh. Like you can see whatever they put on this thing for flocking, that's on there. All right, so that is straight white glue onto it. And then I'm going to use a combination of rawhide and whatever that one is. So this one is the sex. Dip in the sex jar.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I grabbed the tape measure and I'm about like a half an inch shy of 4 feet. So this is a really big retaining wall. PKW, yeah. There's I'm making a retaining wall here, and right now it's drying because I just put black wash over it, but yeah.
Well, I mostly hate that. Okay. Not your wall, Chris.
Really? I hate it.
Oh my God, this looks.
I promise it'll get better. It's just a wall, but
Oh,
are you your own worst critic as
this
well?
is. No, I'm not a critic here. I know this is ugly. You know, that is wholesale terrible.
So I had seen I want to say it was Pine Valley. He took a bunch of those, you know, those really cruddy Christmas trees that you get for Christmas decorating, and it looks like a pine tree,
sure.
but they're so he got some of those and then he sprayed it brown, I want to say.
Yeah, I should have done something similar.
I think you should hide that somewhere on the layout.
I should have spray painted this brown. This is just
kind of looks like candy.
Okay. You know what? We're going to do another one. But to your point, I'm going to, I do have some brown spray paint. Let's go round 2 here. I'll wrap the base. Too heavy on the, yeah, Mark, I agree. Okay. Keep them busy.
Okay, so
wait a minute.
while you guys are, your minds are in the gutter. I have to edit
this one first.
Yeah, edit that out. So yeah, I went online and I like to do Google searches for you know, different graffitis that, you know, just to kind of give me somewhat of an inspiration here. And because it's a Toronto-based layout, you know, 416, and that does say 6 for you dirty-minded people. Toronto, and then it says we don't take naps. That's kind of cool too, and that's on a brick wall. Obviously this is not brick, so. And then neat spray can, and then I found this one. I thought Mark might get a kick out of this one because it's a dog freaking out, and it says dog park, so I could kind of do something like that there, maybe inside one of the squares, or at least the guy freaking out. But yeah, I like the looks of some of these, so fairly simple stuff, but you got to draw it in there and then kind of fill it in as you go. Oh my God, it's Lily. Dog park.
Okay. Round 2.
Did you spray it?
I've edited the tree so it's got less branches. The branches are there. And I'm going to go give it a bit of brown spray paint. Away we go.
All right, I got to raise this up a little bit just so that. Oh, there you go. Okay. Where did my pencil go?
Okay, round 2. So there is some brown spray paint on this, and I'm going to come in only from the top with the one that's not sex.
I don't think that'll ever not be funny.
Yeah, Ren was the dog. For Ren and Stimpy. I don't know this. So this is objectively better, but that doesn't mean it's good. Now it looks like a I think this looks like a turd rolled in sprinkles at this point. Oh, look, it's a lily tree. Yeah, basically, Floyd. From a distance, they look great. Yeah, turds look like chocolates from a distance, Mark. What if I do this? I mean, the brown helps. It's a good thing no one will ever see this, right? So no one knows I screwed up that many times.
Oh, they know. They're
Chris,
watching.
let's zoom that in so that people can make a decision here.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the brown one. This is the green one.
Oh, the brown one for sure. Like 110%.
I mean, Boomer Diorama would now spray paint this with some Tamiya or something now. After fully detailing the branch. Yep, those are turds. Brad, call it like you see it, buddy. I think you're correct. Huh. Okay, I've got one more plan. Okay. 1, 2. Let's see. The super leaves. Yeah, give the people what they want, Chris. Let's go back to Graffiti Central here.
Oh, yeah. I'm still kind of working it out here, so it's... This is either going to look really bad or really bad. But we'll see. We'll see. I've got high hopes for it turning out really bad, though.
Now, the one thing I'm going to do this time around is I'm going to edit this a lot more. Nothing Chris does is bad.
Well, that's not true.
He's a terrible kisser. Just ask James.
I don't even know if you can see it.
Yeah. It's Ren.
My problem is that this some of it is still kind of sticky, so I'm not sure if I should. I mean, I'm probably going to anyways, but I should probably wait for it to dry, but I'm not. I mean, it's fine. It should be fine. Should be. Question for the Canucks. Does anyone make an HO scale CP caboose for the Steam era?
Ooh.
CP caboose for Steam era. Why do you need another caboose? You've got the wide vision. I don't think you should need another caboose after the wide vision. No, who am I to say? I'm not sure about CP. I don't normally follow CP, so I'm probably like the last person to ask about that.
Okay. All right, so there's some brown spray paint on a more heavily edited tree. Well, I think that's better. Marginally. Maybe not at all. No, that's better. That is better. Sorry to be backtracking, but is Chris's wall styrene laminated to foam? I believe it's a kit.
So what I did, I cut out the main shape, like the footprint, using foam, well, paper, and then I traced it onto foam. And I glued the giant footprint together using scraps. Then I glued the wall section on the front of it. And then I put some flat pieces on the back just to kind of create the height. And then I have pieces throughout to support this, just like you can't squeeze it together, right? So it's going to stay vertical like that. So I wanted to make sure it was at 90 degrees. Yeah, 90. And then I used this paper stuff on top. I glued it down. This is kind of what it looks like here. This end's not really painted. It's just it's craft paper. and it glues really well, and it covers, and it's cheap. So I covered the whole thing, except for down here, obviously, because this part's not done. And then I painted it brown. And all I have to do is put glue and flock on top of it, and then stick some trees in there.
Speaking of trees, let's go to the peanut gallery for another opinion here. Okay, so this is the most recent one. So that's the first one with the green. This looks horrendous. This is the brown spray paint with the super leaf. And this one is the brown spray paint with the two colors of coarse ground foam. In fact, I wonder if we can go. Come on, face cam, go. There we go. I mean, how do we feel about that? It's better. Whoever said in the chat that autumn trees are hard has it right. M&M Rails, you said the first one looked good. You can't be trusted. I mean, it looks better. Maybe a bit more yellow. Can you, yeah, I can, yeah, let me grab a building. I'm just getting a bit more yellow. I like the, oh, wow, that makes it look a lot better. Hang on, that's way better. How do I make that? Do I have any hairspray? No. What do I have? That's way better though. Like way better. Okay. Think. I got to figure out something here. Do I have another piece of styrofoam? The only piece of styrofoam I've got with these. Well, okay, so I've got a piece of styrofoam here, and I will plant the tree. Where is something that I can plant? Oh, that can use those. What just fell? Okay. So let me plant the tree into the styrofoam like so. And then I will get a building such as this absolute winner. And let's see. PK, I think you need a lot of color variation to keep autumn trees from looking toy-like. Agree. Some trees just barely turning. Some trees done the entire spectrum. Now, with that severe lighting, I don't mind that tree at all. Let's try the color spectrum, though. I think you're right on that. Hang on. So let's go.
I like that, though. That does look pretty good, though. It's
coming. Okay, so do I want to reuse this one? I wonder if I could get that off. I mean, I don't have to save it. It cost me a nickel.
Need a lot of color variation to keep autumn trees from looking toy-like. Yeah.
Agreed. Okay, so let me just, and that one I also pruned a lot. So let me take one of these old ones and pull a lot more out of it. Okay, so I've got that. Okay, wrecked a lot. Let's pick. So if we're going to do color variations, I don't have a world of color here, but let's try. I've got some light green. And do I want to do a bit of orange with that one? Or do I want to do a bit of yellow? Hey, Denny and Chris, ever thought about joining the NMRA Summit? Your work in map program because you guys are models up with the. So Anthony Borden, that's very kind of you. No, I've not really thought about it. To be honest, I haven't really thought about the NMRA very much, other than like their track gauge. Okay, what do we want to do? I'm thinking we go green, yellow. Let's do green, yellow. Okay. Be right back.
It's not much for now, but hopefully it'll, once I add color and whatnot, make it look a little bit wackier. Thanks, Floyd. Thanks, Mark. Now I'm craving hot dogs.
So that's a bit of green. Let's go full bore and do all of them. Let's do a little bit of orange. Ketchup. Oh, now I get it. I was like, what is this hot dog thing?
Let's see. It's the wall itself is 3.5 inches.
Yeah, I hate that. Not your wall. Sorry.
Stop hating on the wall, man.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I think the brown is the wrong color. I don't think I like the brown. Let me see. Floyd Robbins, not bad. Okay. Look, yep, look okay. I agree with you, Nelson. All right, let me see. Do I have any other colors of paint?
While you're looking for paint there. So this wall here is 3.5 inches tall, which makes it about 7 meters tall, 7 and a little bit. we'll say 7 in a little bit. That is pretty tall, obviously, for a thing, but we're going to assume that these guys are trained professionals, and they took a ladder with them and they did it higher up. Most graffiti you would probably see down here in this general area, but I'm going to do some that are up a little bit higher, or if it's a bigger piece. Because let's face it, when you put an auto rack next to this, and you've seen those full-sided auto rack things, it's because they use the rollers and whatnot as well, and they use ladders. They're about this tall as well. So
okay, one more, and then we're going to call it. All right, so let me.
Is that too dark? Oh no, that's fine.
Hey Chris, you've only got me running right now.
Oh yeah, because your focus, like we were focusing on your thingy there, on the tree.
Thank you.
Because you're doing an experiment, so it.
I
can always. You can't really see mine because I'm like a little far away from it, but.
They will work. I agree. I mean, I just want to get something that works more better. Okay. All right, so I've got that knocked down a bit. And this time I'm going to try this, which is warm caramel or caramel chaud. Bit of caramel chaud, and then I better pre-plan. I think I will do that just with a bit of the orange. So get my finger guard over here. I would try painting the tree black and then zenithal shading from above with white, then ground foam. I agree with you. How about this PK model works? I'll zenithal this one with dark brown and good old caramel chaud, and then I'll put a bit of orange on and see what happens. Okay.
Oh, that's why it looks weird. I forgot that.
Color. But it's improved. Okay, so that's a zenithal paint coat on that, or my best attempt. And I'm going to go straight orange from the top.
Look at some of those all over graffitied train cars. How did they get to the top of those? Some of them use paint rollers, especially those really big pieces. If they can't reach it, then that's what they'll use, because you can get the extended whatchamacallits. But something like this here, they're definitely using a ladder of some sort, Or I've even seen it where one guy will stand on another guy's shoulders just to get that height. Sometimes it takes a team, right? I don't know if I like that color.
Same.
See, those look really cool. I like them. And you got to remember, no two trees are the same anyways, right? So some of them are going to be a little different.
The paint roller was invented by a Canadian. This heritage moment brought to you by Mark of M&M Royals. Huh. I think the other problem with these is that they're all the same height, and that's really throwing me off. Let's replant that one there. And then let's plant this one deeper. I watched a Ganger graffiti artist come in with an 8-foot step ladder. Or they were rappel.
Yep. That's a big thing too. That's true, Anthony. Yep, they definitely do. It's a guy and he has like a hood up and whatnot.
Okay, now
Nope, I need a lighter blue. It's this one.
I do think that is better as a trio.
A tree? Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh, stop it, Chris, you animal.
It's past my bedtime, so that's what you get
Those
now.
those look acceptable. So where did I put that building? This is a mess.
Acceptable or exceptional?
Menage tree. Yeah, man. Okay, so I agree with Brad and PKWM. I think they're acceptable. I think they're definitely better than the lifelike trees you used to get, which were the spun bottle brush style trees. They don't look like turds anymore. Brad, that's a big win for everyone here tonight.
If we're going to take one thing away from this evening.
How to make a turd look like an acceptable autumnal tree. Man, that looks horrendous from above. The building looks cool, but the trees look terrible.
Really? Are you seeing something that we're not?
Well, I'm seeing no, I don't hate it. For what it's worth, this little building here, this was the first thing I built when I was getting back into N scale. And this is Jason Voorhees' cabin from Friday the 13th, which felt on brand. And so if I go like this, right, like we're getting there.
Yeah, I think that looks great.
They don't look like turds anymore.
You're a crazy person. Those are awesome.
Jason Voorhees knew it. The big takeaway here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is you mod autumn at your own peril. Polish a tree. Hey, Russ, lurk it in the corners, coming out and dropping that sort of. They look good like from a distance, as do most people. I don't know. Pumpkin spice turrets. So I'm going to have to fight apparently 5 people. All right, that's what's happening. The variation amongst trees make it work. Yeah, I think.
They came for blood.
I think I want to get a different colored spray paint. But no, it's okay. Like it is. I mean, we've come a long way, baby, from this abomination. Like this is okay. If I was to do 600 of them, I think it'd be great. They look good for my house. Yeah, Russ, trying to backpedal now after the first jab, huh? Can't take back on the internet.
It's out there now.
Okay, so I need to find a different color of primer. Yeah, it's forever, Russ. I mean, can I salvage? I don't know. And like, look at this. There's like 10 trees laying there. The green's horrific. Actually, they look great on the layout. What's wrong with me? These look good here.
Told you.
No, they look good over there. No, Brian, you can't take it back. I mean, there's been a lot of cruelty here tonight. This community's gone downhill. This is just rampant toxicity. All of these mouthy, youthful people coming in here and just going at me.
You know what I think it is? I think it's because most of them are HO. They see you with your tiny trees and they're like, "Ugh, this scale again?"
Right? So insignificant. I mean, a tiny tree, it's shocking when you see a tiny tree. You point.
It's
you
weird
laugh,
at first.
you shame. Right? You're like, it's like a tree, only smaller.
You can put
Last
it in
time
your
I saw a
pocket.
tree that big, it had an eraser on the end of it. Right?
I see where you did what you did there.
These are G scale shrubs. Call 1-800 Feelings. Press 1 for N scale.
Oof.
Right? N scale. Yeah, Bruce. It all depends on the lights. It will make the color different. Yeah, okay. So for what it's worth, Ronald, the layout, of course, is really top lit. And so they look, they actually, like, if I covered the layout with those, people would be like, oh, that's amazing. But certainly here tonight, that was, Lots of learning. Denny, N scale is very challenging when it comes to detailing. You know, I don't try to rub it in Chris's face that it's just so incredibly hard to do N scale that, you know, he probably wouldn't be able to cope. But he gave up on N scale at least once, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so like these are my thing, right? Because like I tried N scale very short amount of time. There's no way, there's absolutely no way you could talk me into Flex Track. It would have to be Kato Unitrack or no N scale whatsoever. My eyes and my big hands will not allow for it. It's impossible. I already have a hard enough time putting trains on HO scale track. Don't even get me started about N scale.
I'm curious where the big hands reference needed to come in. Like, do you really need to drop that one?
I mean, you made fun of me like not being able to kiss properly, so I got to make up for it somehow. Might as well have big hands.
I'm only saying what James told me, okay?
James don't even know. So there you go, Mark.
Oh.
But
O scale, yeah, I mean, paper punch leaves. Yeah, I forget which scenic company in Europe makes like mini leaves. Kato Unitrack, the best thing about, so first of all, Kato Unitrack looks really nice. Second thing is that the ballast is right up into the sleepers of the ties, which looks great. And it is bulletproof. I visited the Burlington Model Railroad Club this past Tuesday, and they were working on putting down their track. And I mean, the speed and dependability, like they were just pulling it apart and putting it back together, and things were running beautifully.
Yeah.
You know, I think that Flex Tracks, to a certain extent, is meant to be a bit of a flex, but the Kato stuff is beautiful. I think the only thing I would say about the Kato Unitrack is that when I've seen it, generally speaking, people haven't gone back with the color matching ballast to put it out into the scenery. Sometimes they just leave it with the hard edge, and I think that sort of hurts a little bit. But when you go back and you ballast the edge and you blend it in the scenery, it is fantastic.
Yeah, and it goes together really easy. I think that's the key selling point. Mind you, Kato has a lot of really cool track systems as well that I was a big fan of, like the street system. They've got that elevated station as well. Have you seen that before?
Yes, I have. They also have
so cool.
I have one of the street cars that they have. They're amazing, but you need Kato Unitrack for them to run because they need precision track. Kato's amazing. So I hope that Downhead doesn't think we're picking on Kato. It's outstanding.
Oh yeah, it was definitely like it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now like 10 years ago, it was over 10 years ago that I tried N scale, but the one thing that has improved with N scale in the last 10 years is that most likely thanks to Rapido and a couple of other manufacturers, but you can get way more now in N scale than you ever could before.
Yeah.
Personally, that's just like if I can go to the store right now and basically buy my entire HO collection in N scale, I call that a win because first off, I run some very obscure stuff, which is, you know, a lot of short line in Ontario. We get forgotten about quite often. So for the fact that they've improved that over the last 10 years, it's like it's a win for N scalers. And I get excited for you guys because it's like I can understand how rough it might be sometimes, wanting something so bad and wanting your manufacturers to make something and they just don't make it, and then for them to finally do it, it's a win. It's a win for everyone.
I mean, we certainly have our fair. Yes, it is. We certainly have our fair share of 40 foot boxcar.
Yeah, but to what degree, right? Like how good looking, how realistic are they, right?
Well, certainly my new little F40 is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Don, yeah,
have you had much time to play with it yet? Like, what do you think?
I think it's unbelievable. I mean, the little details like the addition of the ditch lights and such is it's amazing. I will look forward to getting the traction tires on it. Um, right now, I can pull 3 passenger cars up a curved grade. With traction tires, I can do 5+. So it's totally fine. It's prototypical, I suppose, to run a 3-car consist. Even a 2-car consist was seen 20, 30 years ago for Via Rail. But I'm really happy with it. I think it's beautiful. I'm happy it's an engine that I have watched so many times. So it's nice to have literally the thing that I can drive 40 minutes and stare at all afternoon. So it is good. To rest rocking, hard to ballast though. I agree with that. I think actually what I would say about the Kato is that even if once it was down, you came in maybe with an airbrush like you see Boomer, just to sort of bring the scenery up under the ballast a little bit, it would help quite a bit. But outside of that, it's good looking stuff. And again, watching the Burlington Club use it this past weekend, they were explaining to me that they had a significant donation, and so they tore out their N-scale layout, and they are doing only Kato Unitrack. And they've got the banked curve stuff and the double mainline track. And again, I mean, it'll be a bulletproof layout, fully DCC. It'll run beautifully. Whereas, they have a second room that's done with FlexTrack. And unless you spend the time to make it perfect, it definitely needs a level of care that Kato doesn't need. Boxcars are like vanilla ice cream. Good, but ordinary. And when you get older, you start to like vanilla.
I mean, boxcars, yeah, there's quite a few different ones, especially like when you look at all the HO scale ones. There's so many different variations, and then depending on the road name, you could have all those slight changes. But I think that a lot of manufacturers are getting a lot better about that stuff, where you can have the main body, but like different aspects of it might be different. Locations of grab irons and whatnot. But as far as the MU hoses and whatnot, like, do you care about the MU hoses on N scale stuff? Like, as
Well,
if they would get any smaller?
I'm not necessarily the right person to ask, because I personally, the reason I like the scale is that I feel like it's to be viewed from an arm's length. Meaning I don't fuss details that I can't see.
That's fair.
Vanilla, most boxcars are brown, more like chocolate, but milk chocolate, not dark chocolate. Yeah.
I'm almost done. I forgot a couple of things here. So well, because we're gonna probably wrap it up real soon here, but do you have any videos coming out? Are you doing any lives coming up? Anything that you want to plug?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I've been trying to take a slightly different approach to, so I like sharing stuff. One of my favorite videos that I get to watch online is, I like layout update videos a lot. And when you came and visited, and the double headers was this past weekend and such, I really enjoy going and seeing people's layouts. Like, I find it, any level of ability, any level of scale, any level of completion, I find it really interesting. And so I'm trying to take a little different approach to making videos here, which is that I'm trying to keep it just a bit more casual. Yeah, there might be the odd zombie running through it or something, but just a little, I want to be able to record things a little more easily, so I can share a little more often. So to your point though, I am working on, so the kit that I started on the live stream, that was like the Ricks, the Pike Stuff kit. Yep, I'm gonna put that out when I have it all finished, because I've been picking away at that. And definitely the station's I'm gonna split my time with the station between the live streams and then sort of wrap it all up so people can see it. Because I'm excited about that. Like, I think that adding like the outdoor gardens, and I want to try to find some posters for it. I'm going to try to laser cut lettering for the front that says Union Station to go across the front facade and such. So it's kind of a fun project because it's going to bring a couple things together. So for sure, that's going to be happening. And definitely, if the weather gets good, I'm going to go out and chase some trains down. That's the three principal things that I think I'm going to be working on. I don't want so going back, I don't want that insane level of detail and end scale, just more to break off. So I have the full Canadian set, and I have broken at least 4 foot stirrups off of that by just taking them out of the package. And I can't even see them, so I don't worry about it. How about you? So Chris, you have a layout update video for tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Scheduled first thing in the morning. And then I believe I'm covering Third Rail Thursday this Thursday, which is kind of neat as well. So,
oh, this is the second. Yeah, this is the. God, I was like, is it my turn again? No.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I didn't do the promo. I think it's because today's not Thursday. But if you guys are unaware, which hopefully you are, but if you're not, we do a show every Thursday night. And Denny normally takes care of the first Thursday. I take care of the second Thursday of the month. Mark from M&M Rails does the third Thursday. And then we do GVO After Dark on the very last one. And we basically will work on stuff, run trains, kind of, dealer's choice at that point. And we all have our different things that we work on and run. So definitely follow these guys and make sure that you show up and say hi and hang out and have a good time. That's what we're all about here. So and of course Denny will sometimes do a live Sunday mornings. Are you doing a live next Sunday? Do you know yet? Is it too early to tell?
I haven't decided yet. I probably, yeah, to Mark's point, maybe next Sunday I'll do turd decoration.
Turd decoration.
Or I really should probably save that one for a proper Thursday. Gilding the lily, so to speak. So yeah.
But yeah, sometimes you'll do a live kit build on Sundays, which is usually in the morning, and then I'll do kit builds and whatnot Saturday nights. So it feels like there's always something on. There's always somebody that's live. So we really appreciate you guys showing up, and I appreciate you, Denny, for joining me tonight and hanging out. And what did you call it? Decorating the turds?
Well, actually, to Mark's point, I think coming up we're going to do Turd Rail Thursday.
A turd. If you make that a real thing, like stand up and clap, because that's gonna be good.
Oh, listen, if I need to do trees, I will be doing Turd Rail Thursday for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, like that would be amazing, and only these people would understand the joke. Everyone else would be like, "What is he talking about? He's lost it,"
right?
But
and I also see a number of people thanking us in there. So Scott, thanks for swinging by. Brian, thanks for coming by. Ronald, thanks. Mark, you can just turn off at this point and leave. That's fine.
You know where the door is.
hey, Mark, you're still here? Huh. The master of overstaying your welcome, I see.
Mark, I believe you have a layout to work on.
Yep. Chris has got a train to catch, and Mark, you got to go into that little bedroom and do something.
All right, guys.
Thank you very much, Tara. Oh.
Thanks so much, Denny and Chris. Good night. All right. So yeah, you guys have yourselves a great night. Thanks again, Denny, for joining. And we'll see you guys real soon around the layout or something like that. All right.
All right.